you so much.
Amelia, tell me everything you wish for. I'll do whatever I can to make it all come true.
What's going on, my friends? Dom from the Otaku Room, guys. We're here to talk about episode number 7 of my status as an assassin. And I gotta tell you guys what's up. Look, I watch a total of 4 new episodes today. I got really busy during the weekend. I was decorating for Christmas and stuff, so I had to kind of jam pack all of my episodes I missed on Saturday and Sunday into one day. Or Saturday, Sunday, Monday, like Saturday night or whatever. And out of the 4 episodes, I did not laugh as hard as I did in this episode. This was funny AF. Now, here's the thing. This was not trying to be funny. And that's what makes me laugh even harder. This was super cringe. And I think that's what's made me laugh, right? Like, at some point, Akira's talking to his classmates, right? His classmates made it to him somehow on a boat with their flippy floppies, okay? They made it to him somehow, okay? And he's talking to his classmates. He's like, oh, you guys are going to hold me back. You know, I'm going to find my own way home. I'm going to go home. And did I mention I'm going to go back to Japan, which is my home. And then Amelia, who recently stabbed him, runs out. She's like, my lover is going home. And then she goes on this monologue of like being really morbid of like, oh, when I stabbed you through, like, oh, and you made it, like a part of me was happy because you're gonna have a scar that when you leave me and you go home, you'll always remember me by. She's like, isn't that weird? And then, you know, he's dead set. Okay, Akira's dead set. I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna do this myself. I'm gonna find a way home. Going home. I'm gonna peace out. I'm gonna get out of this fucking place. I'm going home. Did I mention I'm going home? Okay, he says it over and over and over. And then he talks to her, and they share this cringy monologue thing. And he's like, "Oh, you know, I love you, and you love me." He goes on a whole Barney, you know, I love you, you love me. We're a happy family. He goes on this whole thing, okay? And first off, pause. When did they're like, okay, this love that they have, like we skipped all of the falling in love process. Like I get it, right? Like they fell in love with each other, I guess, or something like that. And they shared the moment at the Elf village, and you know, he saved her from her. He saved her from her sister. And then they had that moment in the cave, or you know, when they were in the dungeon. I'm sorry, and I had talked about that during that episode of like, oh, I really feel like we skipped over like a lot of stuff. Okay, so I know they had that, but like, when did this falling in love and like, when did all this happen? And she's like, I love you, you love me, and whatever else. And they're like, let's make a pact in my country, blah, 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 blah. And then they cut each other's middle ring fingers. And he swears, and he's like, tell me what you want. I'll do anything. And she's like, just don't leave me, you mother, you know? He's like, okay. So basically, by the end of this monologue, he decides he's not leaving. He's going to stay with her forever and ever. And, you know, that's the way I took it. Maybe it's still false. Maybe he's still gonna go home. I don't know. But she was like, just don't leave me. He's like, tell me whatever you want and I'll do it. She's like, just don't leave me, okay? And he's like, okay. And then they raise their hands to the sky, you know, and whatever else. And I am just dying of laughter. I am just it was so funny. I think it was so cringy. And he flipped the script so fast. It was incredible. So I think that was the best moment of the show for sure, right? And then they share this bond moment, you know, looking out into the ocean and stuff. They're gonna be forever and ever, and it's just so funny. And then the other part that's funny is the demon. So we find out that first off, the cat turns into his old teammate. He's like, oh, this is what it would have been like to fight with my boyfriend. But then the demon, right, we found out nothing. We don't know if he's there by the demon lord's the demon lord's what do they call it? Not befitting, behest. We don't know if he's there by the demon lord's orders, I guess you could say. Let's just use that word, orders. We don't find out what the little guy was about. We don't know if he was lying. We don't know what the deal is with wanting Amelia. Must have not been that important because they just peace out. He swore up and down that he's more powerful than anything in this world, but yeah, he gave up. This new demon guy, right? That's what I'm talking about. So all of that is funny. Then we find out that the demon dude is actually from Japan too, because he's like, oh, your name, is that like Oda Nobunaga? And I'm just like, yeah, what is this anime on? What was the author smoking? And he's like, I spent like a year in Tokyo. I'm like, dude, what the heck? Okay. So we find out that he's, I guess, reincarnated or Isekai too. And then at that moment, they should have paused. But like, yo, okay. Before we fight, let's just skip that. Let me just ask you, like, they just skipped, like I've been saying in the past few episodes, they've painted the demon lord to, the demon lords have ruled for 3,000 years. We found out the history. We know what happened. But it's all been depicted that the demon lord is not a, like, terror. He's not like, Mr. Adolf. He's not like this, like, mass, like, genocide. This person, whoever the demon lord is, seems like somebody who hasn't just ruled for so long, either them or their family, for so long without making appropriate decisions. And seems basically, it seems like they're intelligent and like conversations could be held. That's how they've been depicted. But then the decisions that have been made by the demon lord's peons have suggested that they are all evil and they do want genocide and they do want, it just doesn't, the way that they've depicted it and the actions just don't match. So then after finding out that this guy was Isekai too, we don't pause and go, oh, hey, like I was too. And like, I'm not a hero, bro. Like, I'm not a demon, but I'm not a hero. I'm just like, just don't fuck with my girl. You know what I mean? Like, he should have paused and like, they should have some dialogue, but then they fight to fight. It doesn't, you guys get what I'm saying? It just doesn't make sense. And again, I understand. I'm overthinking it. Once you put logic to it, the whole show falls apart. Once you begin thinking about the reasons why behind anything, there really isn't. The author wanted us to turn off our brain as we read it. The studio wants us to turn off our brain as we watch it. But as it continues to shove certain points in your face, as do a lot of other anime that just can't let go of a few plot points, eventually it forces your brain to turn on. And then you think about it and it just crumbles. And that's where I'm at. Like, I'm at the point of laughter. Like, I've passed all the other stages. Grief, overthinking. I'm in laughter stage. I'm in the funny stage of this. So I'll say this. I had an 8 out of 10. Enjoyable. I really enjoyed the episode. I didn't enjoy it because it was good. I enjoyed it because it was so bad. It tilted into funny. And it made me laugh. And I found it really funny. I think it was a 5 out of 10. But I think it was really funny. So I'm gonna give it an 8. That's where I'm at, guys. Let me know all your guys' thoughts in the comments below. If you're really loving this show, I probably just ruined your day. I'm so sorry. Leave me with a like, hit me with some comments. I'll see you guys next week. Peace.